Hi, my name is Pat Sibley, and I play Mrs. Hudson and various other roles in our Sherlock Holmes story. And I was previously seen at Harlequin and a couple other shows, and my favorite would be The Duchess of York in Richard III.
My name is Enrique Bravo. I am new to Seattle. I play Moriarty and Spirit number 2, as well as various other roles. So this is my first show at Harlequin.
I've seen several Sherlock Holmes plays, and I've also seen this play before when it was done at Taproot a couple years ago. And I like it very much. And this one, it seems more so that you know the story and the traditions of the Sherlock Holmes stories, but you also need to know the story and the traditions of A Christmas Carol. So that because our story combines the two stories. So that's my research.
My characters in particular, sort of the Moriarty character, being sort of the arch nemesis of Sherlock Holmes, but doing a deeper dive how that's actually based on a actual character, Adam Worth, and sort of figuring out his criminology and how the things that he did and how he's being chased by the Pinkertons. It's been kind of fascinating. And also sort of the second Spirit, which is loosely based on Oscar Wilde, seeing that sort of also, because they're opposites really as far as those characters are concerned, the frivolity and all the sort of how he himself, Oscar Wilde, was just a big character, and sort of bring that on stage and meld that with already the story of Christmas Carol. I think there's a part of Moriarty that really wants him to admit that he's a murderer to an extent. Like, admit that you enjoyed what you did to me, instead of pawning it off as this sort of holier than thou. So I think he is searching for that.
She does say to him how she's mad at him, and in that little tirade, she's telling him, you're being awful, and I wish you weren't. So she is saying what she wishes he would say to her. Then when he comes back, after his enlightenment, he says to her what she wanted him to say to her in the first act. So I guess Mrs. Hudson is pretty well-rounded there that way.
I've done this show as many times as I've had, Christmas Carol anyways, because it really is a great thing for sort of families to come together to see. I know a lot of families that this is the Christmas Carol is the one show that they sort of know because they've seen it over the years. I think a lot of those like truisms that happen in this show, as well as other Christmas are really great just for the holiday, to sort of come, you want to be the best person you can be. You want to sort of help your fellow man. I think those things are still true in this story. I think the cool thing about it is the Sherlock Holmes part of it, to sort of see how these characters seamlessly blend into this story is, I think, something they'll enjoy.
Yeah, I think that's what they'll take away from it, is how it's the same lesson as in the Christmas Carol, which is a wonderful lesson that people come to see year after year after year. Maybe it's the only time they go to church. And they learn this lesson. And then to see it from a different character that we're very familiar with, Sherlock Holmes, never thought about him as being somebody that may need some enlightenment. And so he learns a lesson too. So I think that's what they'll be talking about.
Yeah.